Yes, hello, welcome back. So this is what we left off in the previous lesson. So what I'm going to do today is this one, the hammer. Okay, so we need to do the retofo for this one. In order to do this is, I think we need to reduce the polygons because he has a lot. Okay, it's around 5 million. So we will using the decimation master. Okay, to help things up to lower the subdivision. Okay, so I will use 75K for this one, and I think this one it's good enough for us. Okay, so let's continue work on this one. Okay. So here we are in Maya. So what I'm doing here is to try to position this one in the center of the world. And this one it's not necessary, but I'm doing it anyway since it's free. Yeah, so this is the what we call this one. This is basic modeling stuff that I'm doing here. Not like on the previous one that I'm using the quadro retopo, but this one it's like a polybox modeling. Okay, there's nothing new about on this one, but this one it's I tried a different approach because on the end I will use a shrink wrap modifier to wrap on our high poly. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just select the face and extrude them. So I will not explain how and why because I know guys you know this one already. Okay, so let's continue working on it. Okay, so are you almost done now here? Yeah, so I think this one is okay now. So first thing is I need to select the low and high polygon, of course. Then let's go to our rigging tab and let's choose shrink wrap modifier. Okay, and I choose that one is the closest. And what I'm doing here, it's I'm adding a smooth modifier because I want to add a resolution to our low poly. Okay, as you can see here. And don't forget to delete your history. Okay, so otherwise if you don't do that and it doesn't work, if you want to move your object away from, for example, if you want to move your low poly away from your high poly, it doesn't work because they are connected each other of the shrink wrap modifier that we did. Okay, so don't forget that one. So I think the next thing here is we will do the UV. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we are done now with the UV stuff. So what I'm going to do next is to export I think the hair. Okay, and what else? So I think we need also the beard, and what else? The mustache, and I think all this one has been decimated already. So let's export them, and because this one, it will be what you call as a base guide for us when we do our haircut. Okay, export them and individually. And then what else? Yeah, let's double check if this one it's all decimated. Oh, the beard, this one is not, so let's do that one. Okay, and export it. So let's continue this one. Okay, so before I exporting this one on Substance Painter, what I'm doing here is to separating objects away from each other. Okay, and one thing important here is to make sure to assign a unique material on individual objects, because if I'm going to export this one with a single material assigned to them, then Substance Painter treats our objects as one single mess, and I don't want that. Okay, so that's our main goal here. Another thing, if I'm going to bake on Substance Painter, I will not end up with weird artifacts. Okay, okay, as you can see here on the lower body, which is the leg, I forgot to separate it. So what I'm doing here is to separate them as well. Okay. And once it's all done, I export it. and name it Dwarf Explode. Okay. Okay, and one last thing though, what I'm doing here is combine them again, like how it was before, okay? So if you remember, we have 5 individual objects, material assigned to them, right? To recap, we have the body, the cape, the leg, the sword, and the bag, right? So this one now, I'm exporting it and name it Dwarf. So you can name it what you want, okay? So I think we are done in Maya, and let's go to Substance Painter. Okay, so here we are in Substance Painter. What I'm doing here is to importing our character, okay? And this is the explode one that if you guys remember. And bake our materials, okay? I will not explain everything in detail since nothing extra special here. So you can just follow my settings, okay? Okay, so once everything is done, what I'm doing here is to replace this explode character with the other character that I combined before. Okay, so as you can see, all the bake materials are intact. Okay, can play around the camera setting, something like that. So okay, so let's continue working on. Okay, so I'm using the default skin material here that Substance Painter gave us. On top of that, I will build my skin layer. Okay, so I will not talk too much here. You can just follow. Okay, so far so good. So see you on the next lesson. Okay, so bye.